Hey, everybody, welcome to the Art of Relationship show. Going to be talking about, let's jump right in, about a power couple, right? How many people, let's face it, right? You have a lot of maybe men, women. I hear it all the time from couples in my office, okay? Right back here, right there, okay? Great. You know what? I want us to be a power couple. I would love for me and my man, me and my lady to be a power couple, right? And I think about it and I understand it. And we all get thoughts in our heads, right? Hey, trouble man, what's up? Peace. When we think of power couples, right? We think of, famous stars, right? We think of all these people, famous people, movie stars, whatever that are together, a power couple. And a lot of people look at what a power couple is, and it comes down to, right? Status, number one. Number two, it is about wealth and about money, right? That's where most people look at as a power couple, power trip. Oh, let me straighten out the phone a little bit for Instagram. Okay. And I'm looking at what is your identity? What is your thoughts about what a power couple is? As I just my mic people, sorry about that. Looking at, what is your definition? What is your view of a power couple? And, is it automatically you go to wealth, money? Is it about, status, right? We're, the power couple of, I'm in Detroit. So, everybody recognizes us. Is it about the status, about the popularity? Or I'm going to give you some other thoughts about maybe my take on what a power couple is. Okay. So I want to know, and join in the comments down below, people, too. I want to know what your definition of a power couple are. And a lot of people will maybe disagree, maybe think that's taken for granted. But I'm looking at a power couple, right? Outside of, wealth, outside of status. I look at a power couple for these variations. Okay. So first we have to look at what are your expectations of a power couple are. What does it look like? What are your visions of that? And what are your criteria of a power couple? Again, not a right or wrong. It's what works for you. And does it align with your person's or maybe future person's goals on being a power couple? Maybe you being a power couple is not that important to you. It isn't. It's individual goals, individual expectations on that. But talking about what the status symbol is for a power couple. Is it wealth? Is it, a lot of people, famous people we know out there, Kim, Kanye, all those people, right? Is it wealth? Is it about having all this wealth, money, 20,000 square foot home? You can, sort of jet around the world, not worrying about money. Okay. But they end up in divorce. They end up breaking up. Is that your definition of a power couple? Or would you look at it, oh, they used to be a power couple? We know life happens. I get it. Okay. So I'm looking at, does a power couple, do they have each other's backs? Right. That would be one of my criterias, meaning that no one can talk smack about the other one. Okay. No one can belittle, degrade, rip apart your person because you have each other's backs. Hey, you're not going to talk about my lady that way, right? You're not going to disrespect my man that way. How many people out there are guilty of, throwing shade on their partner to friends, to family members, right? Maybe whoever will listen out there in social media. I see it on a daily basis. My woman did this. My man did that. He's a blank, 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 blank. Okay. So I want to know, again, do you have each other's backs? Because, I believe true power couples, they have each other's backs. They're not going to let anyone disrespect their person, that they're going to be able to step up. And it could be very difficult, right? It could be your own mother is talking smack, is disrespecting your person, your father, your brother, your sister, whatever it is. Are you able to have your person's back and tell them, you're not going to talk poorly about my partner? That to me is maybe the foundation of a power couple and what that is to one another. People talk about soulmates. are these maybe the definitions of a soulmate versus a power couple? Or do you look at a power couple and a soulmate are synonymous with one another, that they're very similar in nature? Okay. Do you have the same household goals? Maybe you want a business together. What does that look like to you? That, a partnership. To me, a power couple is one that they're a partnership. They have each other's backs. Maybe one is, maybe down on their luck financially, and the other one picks them up and they have their back financially. Maybe it's one is sick or injured, knock on wood that nobody gets out, gets injured or has, a terminal illness. No, not at all. But the other one is there to pick up the slack. It's one of those things, right? In sickness and in health, or until you get too sick and I'm not going to take care of you. What does this look like to you, that you also have a partner, and the definitions of it, right? Is it, wealth building? Is it about having a bunch of businesses together? I know a lot of people that flip houses and they have a partnership in this, but what does that look like? Does a partnership look like there's an equality between you two, a balance of duties, a balance of chores in the household? Maybe what about bringing money in, paying the bills, cleaning, childcare, right? Is it everybody assumes it's always the woman's duty? No. What about the father's duty as well? To maybe pick up the slack, that you have each other's backs. You're able to ebb and flow when it comes to this situation. Okay. So a power couple also to me is, are you able to talk about things? Are you able to look at a problem and it's not just your problem? It's not just her problem. It's our problem. And can we be a team to resolve it, to work out what's best for us as a couple, as the household? So be it. So you look at these situations, and what else would it be? A lot of people might run through intimate challenges. They might have ED. There might be vaginal pain aspects. Oh, that's your problem to fix. That's your issue. No. A power couple to me is that you have each other's back. You're very emotionally supportive. You're mentally supportive, and you're able to be there for one another. Now, does this mean, and let me rephrase this, okay? Does this mean that you never disagree? Oh, no, 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 right? Relationships, even power couples disagree. It's okay. It's part of life, it's part of a relationship. But you need to be able to look at how you disagree, right? Do partners rip each other apart? Do they ebb and flow? Or again, do they belittle? Do they, criticize one another? Do they call each other names? Or do they look at, hey, one of you are feeling a certain way. What can we do about it? What can I do? I think power couples are able to, listen to one another. Absolutely. No matter if they disagree or not, they are able to hear each other. They are able to work to understand each other. Number two. And number three, they are able to respect each other even when they disagree. So power couples are a team, a partnership, right? When you look at sports, right? You look at maybe a dance team, you look at whatever type of team you want, a business team, right? It's about what do you do to have each other's back and not throw each other under the bus. Maybe one of you might not be that great in a given area of life, or business, or cleaning, whatever it is. But the other one's going to pick up the slack, and the other one is stronger in another area, and they know they ebb and flow. They work as a team instead of against each other. That would be another definition to me, another criteria of being a power couple, to a unified team in those areas, right? We're not talking about a fantasy. We're not talking about a make believe, Cinderella story. No, I'm looking at a power couple to me is not just, and it's not only based on wealth and status, it's based on how well you work together as a team. It's how well you understand each other, how well you connect with each other emotionally? And are you able to have those expectations and have a criteria of what that is? Do power couples feel the other one is above them and the other one is below them? Is it a power trip? Not at all. They treat each other as equals. Okay. A lot of people will look at, well, I'm a man, I'm allowed this, and a woman can't do that. Oh, hell no. That's not a couple, right? A power couple has equality, they have a balance within the relationship, and to be able to grow and to be able to surmise, life altercations. They're able to work together and understand that they trust each other, meaning you trust each other, that you are looking out for one another and you want the best interests of each other and the household. To me, that is a power couple. You're not going to allow drama from the outside world to influence you as a couple and to erode the relationship, right? We all have, I mentioned earlier, we have people, maybe mothers, maybe fathers, brothers, sisters, that might be jealous, right? They might be single, or maybe you have friends that went through a divorce or a breakup, and all of a sudden they want you to break up or go through a divorce too for their own benefit. That's selfish, right? A power couple is not going to allow anyone to come in between them to break that fusion that you have about or with one another. Okay. Again, it's not a mesh. You are able to have your own individuality, which is crucial, but you also understand that individuality does not mean you forget your relationship. It does not mean that you are individual out with your brothers, out with your friends, whatever, having fun, having a beer, out with the ladies, whatever, brunch. And that doesn't mean you allow others to bash your other person. That doesn't mean, man, how do you live with your woman? She's bleep, bleep, bleep. Or, man, I can't, I give you a lot of credit for, married or living with him. He be so difficult. He's be so bad, bad, bad. And you allow and you listen to it without shutting it down, right? Power couples will shut that down. Hey, you need to stop disrespecting my person. You get me? That is a power couple to me. So again, is power couple to you? Is it built on status? Is it built on, how much money you have in the bank? Is it built on your lifestyle? You can have all the money, have a great, monetary lifestyle, but you don't have each other's backs. You bad talk each other. You run your mouth to social media. You talk poorly to each other, to friends, to relatives. And that is not a power couple to me. Okay. So even writing down, building together, and, a power couple is unified, right? You listen to each other. You are able to trust each other's intent and that they want what's best for you and for the relationship. That to me is a power couple. If you want to call it soulmates, that's great. That's terrific. But I think a lot of people misconstrue what a power couple is out there in this world. And again, throw out your comments. I'd love to hear, what your definition of a power couple is. And, you can disagree with me. That's okay. I'm human. I can take it. Right. And I'm looking at, feedback for to you when you talk about, yeah, I want a woman, I want a man, I want us to be a power couple. Do you have an idea what that is? And I just gave maybe my criteria, maybe some things to look for. You can build wealth. You can build, you have this lifestyle, jet setting lifestyle. Great, terrific. But you can't talk to each other about most things without causing an argument. You feel trust is not there. You feel like you don't have each other's backs. There's no empathy. There's no compassion for one another. You feel like the other one doesn't care about you, or maybe they feel you don't care about them because there's no compassion. There's no empathy. There's no sharing. There's no connection on the emotional, mental level. But your people view you as a power couple. I think that's fake. That's fraudulent, right? So a true power couple to me is you feel united. You feel like no matter what, you have each other's backs. Now we can talk about a power couple intimately, sexually, right? Would that be part of your definition of what a power couple is? Or does it totally, negate the intimacy in the bedroom? Uh, does a power couple maybe are able to work together, are able to make sure each other is intimately pleased, fulfilled on an emotional, physical, and mental level when it comes to the bedroom antics, right? Are you able to be playful? Are you able to have, that level, even if an episode was not that fulfilling? Oh man, that wasn't that great, but we'll get back on it, later. They don't rip each other apart. They don't belittle and they don't panic, right? Because if one thing, say a man has an erection challenge, okay? And all of a sudden it turns into, oh my God, it just rips them apart and said, oh, you know what? No big deal. We'll take care. We'll figure it out. If it's a one time thing, no, I know you still love me, desire me, that type of situation. Or if it happens repeatedly, is it a medical issue and you support each other and you have each other's backs versus ripping each other apart, belittling each other in the intimacy world, in the intimacy realm. So, to a power couple, is how you work together to solve problems. Again, not belittling each other, not allowing anyone to belittle your person back. That inherently that, what? You're there for each other emotionally, mentally, physically, like I just mentioned that without a doubt your partner loves you, cares for you, and cherishes you. This is different than being perfect, okay? We all have disagreements here and there, but it's how you handle them and how you take each other into consideration and how you respect each other's feelings and respect each other's thought processes and what they think in their opinion. No matter if it disagrees with you, you are not going to be able to take it so personally that you can learn and listen from one another. To me, these are all signs of a true power couple. Now, if they have all this and they're wealthy, rich, status, great, terrific, right? So I look at, we don't know, what a power couple is. That's why I ask couples in my office, like I said, right back here, that, we want to be a power couple, Greg. Great. What does that mean to you? Right? Is it just wealth? Is it just, and I bring up these scenarios, it doesn't mean you have all this wealth and you don't have to ever worry about money, but you're not connected. You don't trust each other. You are afraid to even bring up an issue because the other one's going to get defensive, turn it into an argument. To me, that's not a power couple. Okay. So hopefully these ideas will help you out. Okay. Make sure you check out my website. It's in the bio down below, theartofrelationships.org. And any questions, follow me. I have a couple self-help courses. So look on my website under resources, under couples that are very cheap. I'm all about helping people at a reasonable price to check them out. And they're there to help you have a magnificent connected relationship and maybe move forward into what a power couple, what that looks like to you. And it'll help you move towards that. Okay. Check me out. Love Guru Greg. I appreciate everybody out there. Peace and love, everybody. Everybody take care.